I was watching Kenya television the other day, and this lady who was being profiled on a show titled The Entrepreneur. And this lady went to school for about 4 years in the university, got a degree, I forget in which particular field. So after she finished school, worked for a particular company for about 2 years, got fired, and was on the streets for about 2 years without anything. She had a child to fend for, name it. So this girl, very well educated, said, you know what, I'm not going to die in my house hungry. I have to do something. So she called up her auntie, and this auntie of hers, she told her auntie, could you please give me some old clothes that you don't wear? So her auntie obliged and said, okay, fine. So she gets these clothes and went on to sell them on the street. Okay? So obviously the money was a bit, not much. But it helped her go a long way in terms of, feeding her kid and all. So obviously that's where her entrepreneurial journey started from. Now, that didn't go so well for a long time. So one day she was in her house, on her bed, crying, what can I do? I have a child. I have to take care of this child. Then, somewhere within her, God told her, what do you have in your hands? What's in your hands? What do you have? She looked around her, shocked. Nothing, she thought. But then something told her, you know what? You have an old mattress under your bed. An old mattress, she thought. What can I do with an old mattress? And so, I'll tell you something. When you're in a place of need, when you're in a place of desperation, and you use that place to help you go forward, you can achieve a lot. So this girl gets her phone and goes on Google and starts to Google, what can I do with old mattresses? Do you know what she found? She found out that people actually use old mattresses to make bean bags. Bean bags. So she thought, aha. And something within you always resonates with that thing that God is telling you to do. So then it confirmed that, look at me. I'm going to start making bean bags. And right now, she's doing exceedingly well. What am I saying? In order for us to contribute to the well-being of women, of girls, we need to speak to their greatness and to their purpose. What is their purpose? Let them be awakened to pursue their purpose. Not what society says they should do. Not accountants, because society says it's very cool to be an accountant. When I went back home after my master's and, worked for a bank for about, 3 months and resigned to do this full time, my dad, who's a typical African dad, was very much aggrieved, furious. And you know what he said? He said, my daughter has been bewitched. She has been bewitched. How can she leave being a lawyer? She's gone through how many years of school, done the back course, went to work, and come back to do motivational what? Is she crazy? My daughter has been bewitched. Up till about a year ago, my dad would not really talk to me well. He'd always speak ill of me, that, stupid girl, I paid all my money, I sourced for funding, and look at her now. Because obviously, for the first 3 years of my career, it was hell. Okay? It was hell. Hell. Who are you to come and speak to us? You're very young. We have that in our country. 28 is considered as being young in Uganda for a job like mine. What am I saying? It's not about being a lawyer. It's not about being an accountant. We as women who I believe are enlightened, we have to get to that place where we encourage our children, the people around us, to awaken to the greatness that's within them, and that greatness is obviously in alignment with their purpose. Imagine, and I'll close with this. Imagine, look at the light right here that's surrounding us. How much force do you think this energy has, this light has? Now imagine if this light was focused as a laser beam. You know what that would do? Do you know that laser beam would cut through steel? Now there's nothing as potent, as powerful as a life that's focused on achieving its purpose. It does not matter how long it takes. If you're pursuing your purpose, then you have energy. Then you're a force to reckon with. And you know what? We as women need to encourage that within us. Let us encourage that within us. And you know what will be an unstoppable force as women. Thank you for listening.